morning to the Twin Saults, Chippewa, and Algoma. Welcome to First Local. Got it right today. It is Wednesday, October 7th. We're brought to you by KC Securities. I'm Chris Holtgren, and I'm here with
Daniel Pratt. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Chris. We got it right this time, see?
Yes.
Colette's
Third
not here
time's
to
the charm.
distract us.
Yeah.
Right, you know.
Colette will be away for a couple of weeks now. She's. We'll just give you a slight update. She's actually going in for pre-op today, and she's having surgery tomorrow. She needs another surgery on her hand that she burned about 4 months ago. So she's going to be away for 3 to 4 weeks before she's able to come back again. But it was nice for her to be here for the first couple days to help launch First Local.
Yes.
So she'll be back in early November, and we wish her well with her surgery.
Absolutely.
Okay, Doug Ford is kind of continuing his tour around Ontario. He's going to be coming from Toronto today, which is also the location of Queen's Park. But apparently not at Queen's Park.
Okay.
So it's going to be at 1 o'clock today. As per usual, Christine Elliott, Deputy Premier Minister of Health, will be there. And Michael Tibio, which is the Associate Minister of Mental Health and Addictions, is going to be there. I think this may or may not be connected to some funding that was announced yesterday.
Well, yes.
About 19 million, I believe it was, into mental health funding for students. If I was to take an educated guess,
our MPP was there.
Ross Romano was involved in that. So that's probably what that announcement is about. But we'll carry that for you at 1 o'clock today. So make sure you come back for First Local at 1 for that. And okay, now speaking of interesting things. There's a risky crossing in this town. Yes, I know there's more than one, but we're going to talk about one specifically here. We'll just deal with one right now, and that is on Pine Street near Chelbis. There is people are crossing the road. There's not a sidewalk on one side. There's a sidewalk on the other. One of the ladies who lives near there lives right there, and she sees children and the elderly crossing, and it's very busy, particularly at night between like 3:30 and 5:30.
School there, down the road.
There's a school right there as well. And she had approached her counselors, specifically Dufour and Vezo Allen, about having a crosswalk put in there. She received no response from either of them. So we called them.
Okay.
Yeah, we get responses.
Yes. Sometimes of the kind that they don't like to hear from us, but that's the job that we have to do. So.
So we're not always the most popular phone call they receive or email. However, they did both respond. Both Dufour and Vezo Allen did. Dufour basically said that the city's not building any new pedestrian crossovers, also known as a crosswalk, this year because they're waiting to review the success of 3 that were only commissioned last year. So apparently we put in 3 crosswalks and then we wait several years to see if they're successful. Also, they mentioned that the new bike lanes slow traffic because there's bike lanes on the roads now. I'm not sure how a bike lane slows traffic, but
I've not seen it. No,
I haven't seen it.
No,
I've barely seen people even using the bike lanes. And I don't know. Maybe there is some sort of data out there that says if you put a bike lane in, it'll slow down. Maybe there isn't. I have no idea, but we didn't find anything that said that. And then Beswell actually asked the lady who we spoke with to reach out to her. Which she already did anyways. But for now, they're putting in no new crosswalks. They're going to continue putting in these bike lanes, and hopefully that does slow traffic down, but I've seen absolutely nothing to make me think that is actually going to happen.
Yeah, and you know what, to be fair, people are driving in the bike lanes. Some people don't even know what it is, so.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, they're putting bike lanes everywhere, which is funny since we have snow on the ground 7 months of the year.
Right. Well, we get to go to one of our other favorite organizations. So, Algoma Public Health, of course, is reporting 2 new cases of COVID-19 in the Algoma district. Both are due to close contact. Both residents are currently self-isolating with close contacts having been notified. Now, although the location of these 2 cases within the Algoma district has not been reported, surprise, the APH website states that the exposure is evidence of community spread in southern Ontario. This marks the 36th and 37th reported cases within our district. Of course, APH wants to remind residents in the 21 communities across the Algoma district of the following: practice physical distancing, limit, know, and track your close contacts. If you feel sick, stay home, wash hands frequently, and wear a mask if you can't physical distance or if you have to be inside a building. So, in southern Ontario now. And then the other one was Michigan. They were including information about Michigan.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, we seem to be getting cases from elsewhere. Yesterday, I was in the drive-thru at McDonald's, and there was an Oregon license plate in front of me.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you sent that to the group.
Yeah, I sent that to you. Yeah. And I'm like, how does an Oregon minivan get to Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario? Oh, I know, driving entirely across the country. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not sure how close the borders really are.
Right.
Just drive across with any license plate, apparently. Now, in defense, that person could have a place in Oregon, and they also live here as well.
True.
And they just have their happen to have a Oregon license plate. I know that we've had people with Florida license plates who live here and in Florida, and they just have a Florida license plate. Okay, inter-provincial trade was the topic of conversation yesterday in the Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce Town Hall. It involved our local MP Terry Sheehan and also Mona Fortier, who is the this is a new title, Minister of Middle Class Prosperity, and she's also the Associate Minister of Finance, so she works under Freeland. They met with both business leaders locally here. Obviously, it was a Zoom call. It was not done in person. But one of the things that was brought up was trade between provinces. Reason being is international trade has been disrupted lately, obviously, because of COVID-19. There's less of it happening. People are a little bit more uncomfortable buying stuff on the other side of the world, bringing it here. And then there's also the fact that there's issues with going across borders and stuff like that. So they were focusing on how can we trade better with other parts of Canada. And also Terry Sheehan, who is the Minister of International Trade, he's on the International Trade Committee, mentioned that part of the International Trade Committee's responsibility is also interprovincial trade. So that's what they talked about there. Basically, they also said in the 2019 budget that they took action to facilitate stronger fair trade between provinces and territories, and that was Mona Fortier saying that. Basically, also the federal government in their throne speech talked a lot about building stuff and making things in Canada. Doug Ford has talked about this a lot as well, where we're starting to build, for example, the face masks we need here in Ontario, ventilators and things like that, so that if this happens again, and to help with the ongoing PPE that we need to buy, that we're buying it locally and we're not waiting for a shipment to come from China or because another country could say, you know what, we need that,
and they can restrict it.
And they can restrict it.
So, quickly before Chris gets to the ice rinks story, Chippewa County has a COVID-19 update as well. Over on the Michigan side, they're confirming one new case of COVID-19 in the region, along with one probable case. That brings the total number of confirmed probable cases to 85. Recovered cases remain unchanged at 68, leaving 17 cases active. So
awesome.
Yes.
They're at least on their side doing well with containing too.
Oh yes, yes.
They have testing. They have drive-through testing and all kinds of stuff on that side.
They do, and their reporting is good.
They're doing an awesome job on that side. Unlike the text message press releases that have words not in the right order that we received from Algoma Public Health.
Yes.
Okay, moving along before I actually have a heart attack.
Oh, this will get you going too.
Wait a second. I'm on to Mayor Provenzano, another heart attack coming. Okay, Civic Plaza on thin ice was a story that Dan Gray, one of our new reporters, came out last Friday. I encourage you to go back and read it. It's about duplicating ice rinks in the downtown core after we already have 2 ice rinks in the downtown core to begin with. And they're using our tax dollars to fund it. So anyways, we wrote the story and got responses from several councillors. So I'm not going to read their response. I'm just going to say go to our site, look for Civic Plaza on thin ice follow-up. Mayor Provenzano, councillors attempt to explain duplicate ice rinks. In it, you will see responses from Matthew Shoemaker, Corey Gardy, Lisa Vezualan, and my favorite mayor of all time, Mayor Provenzano. And I encourage you to go read that and
go to our website. It's all there.
But here's the kicker. Okay, there's a thing called the gas tax. What's the purpose of the gas tax?
It's supposed to be used for roads and potholes and road maintenance. That's one of the main priorities they use it for.
Yes, it is.
Yes, they have other things they can use it for.
They do, but the primary thing is roads, right?
Yeah.
And in this town, do you think our roads are fantastic?
No.
So you think we might have to spend money on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
let's discuss the response we received from Tom Baird, the Chief Administrative Officer for the city, which we approached him about why are you using the gas tax for this? And here was his response. The preliminary estimates and funding sources for the Plaza project were presented to Council on August 12, 2019. And then the funding sources identified were $2.5 million of funds earmarked for downtown amenity improvements from the one-time gas tax funding increase made to the city. Okay, so first off, they charged you more for your gas to begin with, and now they want to use that money to build an ice rink. That money is supposed to be spent on making our roads better. Drive around this town, Tom, and maybe you'll see that the roads aren't as so rosy and wonderful as you apparently seem to think they are, that we can take gas tax money and use it for culture and tourism. Yeah. There is in this fine print they can use the gas tax for cultural and tourism.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to go
That's what they're trying to put this under. However, they're also put $500,000 aside from the capital budget as well. So they got about $3 million of the $6.6 million they need to build this thing. But here's the interesting thing. They need to raise $3.4 million approximately based on the 2019 estimate of costs. Okay? They're going to do it through funding applications for the NOHFC and FedNor as a fundraising campaign. First off, there's no such thing as NOHFC. It's NOFHC. So, anyways, moving along, they're wasting your gas tax money. Instead of fixing potholes, they're putting in a 4th rink in the downtown core.
Yes, we'll get to the robbery now. 2 charges of robbery.
Isn't that what the gas tax thing was? Robbery?
We can spend a whole show just on the city antics in this city. I mean,
speaking of that, my show's back 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yes,
I'd encourage you to watch. I've been off for a little bit, and I'm raring and ready to go.
All right, so. October 5th, 2020, officers with patrol services arrested 37-year-old Blake Hudson and 37-year-old Sean Reedy for robbery. It is alleged October 4th at approximately 11 p.m. The two accused a third man attended a residence in the 0 to 100 block of Wellington Street West. Once inside, 3 men began assaulting 2 victims, striking them repeatedly. It's believed the 2 accused and the third man and victims are all known to each other. So during the altercation, it is further alleged the accused stole $700K in currency, a watch, rings, bracelet, 3 phones, and a purse from the victims. So they are also further alleged on October 5th at 4:10 a.m. to have entered a business in the 2100 block of Queen Street and stole sporting equipment, blankets, and power cords. That is a storage compound. That actually we are aware of that. So. Yeah.
They went on a robbery spree basically.
They did, assaulting, and they got busted. Yeah. So good. So quickly before, because we're a little bit over, so we're going to go to a commercial very momentarily. Here's a look at your camera. A little bit gloomy out there. We are going to see a mix of sun and cloud today, though. Thank you to wirelesscom.ca for the camera. Right after the break, I'll have your 3-day temperatures, regional forecasts, and all your weather details. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
A message from the Government of Canada.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
And good morning, welcome back to First Look on your Wednesday morning, October the 7th. If you were up last night, yes, we did get some rain as we got into the late evening. About 9-10 p.m. things started to pick up and it was heavy for a while, then it kind of passed through as predicted. A couple bolts of lightning too throughout the night reported in some areas, particularly out east in Echo Bay and towards St. Joseph Island. So we'll get right into the radar quickly too. Good morning to Carolyn, Giselle, and Ineki. I see you're on there on our Facebook, so good morning, Mom. And so as you can see here, we've got the low pressure system that was over top of us yesterday coming down. This has now moved below us. It's in Michigan here. It's going to make way for, we got some cloud cover here on the radar. You can probably see it slightly on your screen. We're going to see a mix of sun and cloud today. So it's not going to be too much going on. The temperatures are still up there too, by the way. So make sure you do enjoy these temperatures while we still have them. And we're going to move right along. Our expected highs today in the region, lots of double digits there and lots of 13. So we got 13 in Thunder Bay, 8 degrees in Timmins, 9 in Wawa, and then 13s in Sault Ste. Marie, Elliott Lake, and Sudbury. Lucky number today. Your expected lows, 5 overnight in Thunder Bay, 3 in Wawa, -1 in Timmins. And look at us. You can be out here sunbathing in the middle of the night. Well, not really sunbathing, but look at that, 8 degrees. Then 2 in Sudbury and Elliott Lake. So quite the difference once you drive 2 hours to the east. Okay, your current temperatures out there are 12 degrees. You saw on the camera that it looked a little bit gloomy, but the sun's going to try to come out. We're going to see a mix of sun and cloud, 30% chance of showers. Winds are going to be picking up once again today, 25 kilometers northwest, gusting to 60 at some points. Then we will see a low of 8 overnight, few clouds, and then the clouds will increase near midnight. And we do have a 30% chance of a shower before the morning passing through. Winds will slow down a little bit as well. It's going to feel like 11 today with the breeze. Thursday, you're looking at 13 degrees, mainly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers. The sun will peek out a few times though. It's going to be windy once again. Northwest, 20 kilometers, gusting to 40 in the morning before it calms down into the nighttime with cloudy periods overnight and a low of 6. Friday, we have a chance of a thunderstorm and a 40% chance of showers, 15 degrees and a low of 11. Saturday, you are looking at 16 degrees. This is turning out to be the nice day. This is when Craig's going to put his shorts back on. So get out and enjoy that on Saturday. You're going to see mainly partly cloudy rather, with the sun out, and low of 6 degrees overnight. So we are shaping up for a good weekend this Thanksgiving. I'll have the 7-day details coming up with that, as well as another weather watcher. Thank you to Northern Lights Detailing for sponsoring our weather. They are at 632 Great Northern Road. Go and check them out. Make sure you talk to Marnie. She'll take care of you. Chris and I will be back with more news right after this break. Hold tight.
Even though we can't always meet in person, we can still listen.
Even though schools are closed, help is still available in your community.
Even though you may be worried, services and supports are still here.
In stressful times like these, families need mental health supports more than ever.
We are here to make sure you can stay connected to your community and culture.
Nous savons qu'il peut être difficile de rester à la maison, mais vous n'êtes pas seul.
And we know asking for help for yourself and others can be hard.
But there are people in your community who are ready to support you.
No matter your age, gender, sexual identity, race, or culture.
No matter the day, time, or issue.
We're here to help.
Welcome back to First Local for Wednesday, October the 7th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you, KC Securities, for your sponsorship. Yesterday, legendary rock God. Eddie Van Halen died of throat cancer. He passed away in a hospital in California with his family by his side. His son released a statement about his long battle with throat cancer. So legendary rock god Eddie Van Halen, who's obviously part of the rock.
Oh yeah,
like gods, literally.
I mean, you're talking classic rock there.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking,
yeah, lots of good songs, lots of good tunes.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're now getting to the point where a lot of these people who create all this amazing music are now starting to get really older and starting to pass away. And
there was another death too, and his name is escaping me right now. That I can see clearly now. Singer, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not my name. Maybe Mike, producer Mike. Johnny Nash. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you for our producers.
But I did see that too in the span of like 1 day. So
yes, and now moving on to sports. Sioux Online, your source for Sioux sports. Make sure you always go to our website, SiouxOnline.com, and you'll get all the updates on sports. First off, the Sioux Eagles are going to start their 2020-2021 season with 2 exhibition games against the USA Under-17 team. They're going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, October 13th and 14th, obviously on the Michigan side. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for kids under the age of 12 each night. So if you want to go check out the Sioux Eagles and see a live hockey game, you now can. Wow, the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League also just came out with a new app a couple days ago. So if you are a fan of, for example, the Thunderbirds or the Eagles, you can download that app and you can follow along your favorite team as well. It's available as Android and in the Apple App Store as well. Speaking of hockey, the NHL has now announced when they will be starting the next season. Obviously, they just finished the playoffs.
Right.
The players need a little bit of a break. Then they need to go back and do, obviously, start their training camps and everything that they would normally do. They're way behind. Normally they've actually already started the season. It usually starts around the first week of October every year, the regular season in the NHL. This year, the season start will be on January the 1st, New Year's Day. Will be the first games played for the next season. So that will be... Technically, it's their 2021 season, but it's not starting until 2021.
Right. So, and a little bit of a break for a few months.
Yes. So the players need to get a little bit of rest and relaxation before they hit another season that will actually probably be extended further.
That's right.
There'll be less of a gap as well between this coming season and the next season after that. Speaking of seasons coming to an end, the NBA championships are presently going to Game 5. The Lakers are leading the series 3-1 now. They defeated the Miami Heat 102-96 last night, so the Lakers can clinch the title tomorrow in Game 5.
Nice. And getting to MLB news, and quickly, Colette Linden. Good morning, where's the cutout of me? Well, we haven't gotten to it yet.
We haven't got to the cutout made yet.
But you'll see in the MLB, they have cutouts in the stands.
In the stands, yes.
Houston Astros 5 over the Oakland A's 5-2. They are leading their series 2-0 now. And also the Tampa Bay Rays 7-5 over the New York Yankees, and that series is tied 1-1. Wow, the Yankees scored less than 10 runs for once.
Yeah, I know,
it's surprising. Double digits lately.
Well, that's because they were playing the Jays mainly.
Yes.
But we got to hit a commercial break. We'll be back with 7-day forecast.
Well, we got a minute, Chris. I already got the Rays, Mike. We're good. We just got the Rays. We got a minute left, though.
Okay. Well, let's talk to Sioux Theater.
Okay, so I'll get this in before the break. Fall group class registration is open at the Sioux Theater Project. You can register for the 2020-2021 classes online by visiting siouxtheater.org, where you can also print the registration form and contact the theater to set up an appointment. And you can also find their class schedule there as well. So there you go.
Well, things are starting to open up a little bit over on the American side. They did move back from stage 5 to stage 4. There's a 6-stage reopening plan on the Michigan side.
Right.
They were at stage 5. Now they're at stage 4. Mainly it's because of outbreaks on the western side of the Upper Peninsula, which is really like a 3-4 hour drive from here.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but we'll be back with the 7-day forecast in just 1 minute.
without making a few mistakes down the road, a few sharp turns, and doing things for what we adore but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
At Maitland Ford Lincoln, we see our trucks everywhere. We see them on Queen Street, Lake Street, North Street, Bay Street, 2nd line, 3rd line, 4th line, Pine Street, Great Northern Peoples Road, Wellington, Cora Road, Bruce Street, Carmen's Way, Northern Ave, Trunk Road. Folks come from all over Algoma District and beyond to buy their truck at Maitland Ford Lincoln. Amazing prices, outstanding service. King Street, Shannon Road, Goulet Bay, Black Road, Government Road, and even on Pine Shores. Yep, our trucks are everywhere. Get yours at Maitland Ford Lincoln, built for Northern life, on Great Northern Road, just north of the hospital.
For all those times. Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local, Wednesday, October the 7th after 8:27 a.m. Right into the 7-day forecast. We're going to thank Northern Lights Detailing once again for sponsoring our weather. They are at 632 Great Northern Road. We've got a mix of everything, a mixed bag coming up once again over the next week, but we're in double digits for the whole week. 13 degrees Thursday. We're going to bump up to 16 on Saturday. That's going to be the nice day. Sunday as well, 14 and sunny. Then we get cloudy on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, showers return with highs of 15 and 14. Overnight lows are 6 on Thursday night. They'll bump back up, then bump back down and kind of fluctuate, but then they'll go back to double digits for the weekend and back down to 9 on Wednesday. Our Weather Watcher photo today is sent in by Sherilyn Stubbs. This is when she was wandering the shores of Lake Superior. I've got a bunch from her actually, so we'll be featuring them throughout the week. They will also go up to SiouxOnline.com where you can see them every morning, and they also push to our social media, of course. So you can send your photos to ontvweather@gmail.com, include your name and location, and you can send them in from anywhere. We know we have viewers from all over the country or even in the US or different countries, so feel free to send them in, but just make sure you label them so I know where they're from. So, otherwise I'm putting something up and I have no clue where it is.
Yep. Well, that's sometimes fun.
So thanks, Facebook.
And tonight, there is the Chippewa County Commission candidate debate. It's at 8 p.m. It's all the candidates who are running for the County Commission for Sault Ste. Marie. You will be able to watch that on Sirline and on TV, so make sure you check us out for that. Also, they have another debate coming up. It's going to be next Thursday, October 15th at 7. It's for the candidates running for Michigan's 107th House District. So that's people running for the Michigan House of Representatives.
Right.
So, also, the Sault Ste. Marie Museum here on this side has a on-the-spot scavenger hunt. So you can go download the on-the-spot app, and then there's a scavenger hunt, and so you can get that app. If you have any questions, just call the museum. But yeah, that should be, it's going on this week, so you can have a little fun there doing a virtual scavenger hunt. Yesterday, a poll came out about Halloween and whether or not you let your kids go out on Halloween. Okay, so basically, 52% of people said they wouldn't let their kids go trick-or-treating. 48% said they would. And 49% of people said that they'd give out candy.
That's pretty
divided. It's pretty much divided 50-50. Let's face it, this is a holiday where people are already wearing masks.
Exactly.
You're outdoors mainly, and you're going door to door. I'm not sure what the difference between sending your kid for Halloween is, or for you going to Tim Hortons and getting a donut and coffee.
That's right.
It's the same thing. You're going up to a window and you're doing it. So give the kids some normalcy. If you're comfortable sending your kid out for Halloween, take extra precautions, take hand sanitizer, whatever you want to do to protect your kid. Make them wear a mask if they're not already wearing a mask or costume. But, consider it that it's at least something that's done outdoors, so it is possibilities. But
absolutely.
We'll see you back here all day with First Local Updates. Have a fantastic morning.
Take care, everyone.